Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's on the hook. A couple things on the hook, and I want to show you those in a little bit. First of all, I want to thank you so much for watching my interview with Linda Simpson last Wednesday. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link to it down in the description box. Just click on it and you can watch the interview. I do expose a lot of things about myself. I didn't know if you wanted to hear them or not, but that's what's on the interview. Talked about crochet for the most part and a little bit of my history. And it was just a fun interview. I just enjoyed it so much. I've never done anything live before, so it was a very interesting experience for me, and I liked it. I thought it was fun. So Linda, thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it so much. Y'all be sure you go down and watch it and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and that will help Linda's channel. And I would love for you to see a little bit more about me. I don't usually talk about myself on this channel. Every now and then I'll talk about my mom or about my history or about America, or we'll talk about, lots about crochet, a little about knitting, not much, some diamond painting. So we do cover a lot of subjects on this channel, but that interview was mostly a personal journey, talking about my personal journey with crochet. So I hope you would give it a look and of course a thumbs up if you liked it. All right, let's move along. I have two KnitCrate boxes today to open. I'm just so excited. I received one, and I, on Linda's interview, wore this sweater. This is a sweater made from a KnitCrate box that I received last week. And I was so excited to get the yarn. It was cotton, and let's see what's in it. It's cotton, 100% cotton, 100% Pima cotton, very lovely. And it says hand wash and dry flat, which I did. I actually used some Eucalan, and I blocked it this week, and it's finally dry. It took forever to dry, longer than usual. This is a worsted DK, so it's a little bit larger than a DK yarn, 205 yards. On the hank, I received 3 hanks in the box, 3 hanks. It was a Malabrigo yarn, and so I was excited to see it. It's the Glass Future colorway, and the yarn, it's Verano. You can see that right there. That's the tag that was on it. This is what the yarn looks like on the hank. It's just all mixed up colors. I really liked it because I knew it wasn't going to be stripy, and it's not stripy at all. It's very pooled colors, beautiful together. Love the blues, and I'm going to stand up and show this to you right now. Again, I blocked the sweater, so it's a little bit longer than it was the first time I wore it. It's a little bit looser, a little bit more drapey. I really like it. It feels good. It's not hot. It is a summer sweater for sure. And in the fall, I could feasibly wear this under a blue jean jacket, and it would look really beautiful with all the blue colors showing in front. So that's probably how I will use it in the fall, maybe not so much in the winter, but I can bring it out next spring and wear it again. So this again is the Dorothy sweater, this is the Rebecca sweater, top down sweater, very easy pattern, and I will put a link to it in the description box down in the down below my video here. I know a lot of you bought this pattern when I first rolled it out. I have made it now 3 times. It's very nice. It's easy to do. I've really enjoyed wearing it. This is a beautiful yarn that I bought from a friend of mine who was a hand dyer. She still is hand dyer. And she hand dyed this for me, and it's so squishy and soft. It's wool and nylon, I believe, together. It's a DK weight, and the colors are pooled in that. So beautiful. So beautiful. I rolled this out a couple weeks ago, and I will put a link to that video at the end of this video if you want to watch it. Anyway, this is the Rebecca sweater. It has a little bit of lace design at the top, not hard at all to make. A beginning crocheter can make this sweater, and it will fit you because we use our own measurements to make this particular sweater. I'll show you the back. The back is just basically like the front. It's a scoop neck in the back. And then the sleeves are just a little bit of a cap sleeve, probably a little longer than a cap sleeve, about a half sleeve there, with some ribbing trim at the end of the sleeve and ribbing also at the bottom of the sweater itself. I didn't put any ribbing up here. I think I was running out of yarn. That's it. I just had a little bit of yarn left. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough to go around the neck 2 or 3 times, So the yarn that I have left, I might put another couple of rows at the bottom just to use up the yarn, because I probably won't use it for anything else. But anyway, that's a look at the Rebecca sweater made from the Malabrigo yarn that I received last week in my KnitCrate box. Here is the pattern that I used to make this particular sweater. Very, very easy to do. If you'll notice, see the lace at the top right there. Very easy to do. It goes all the way around to the back. A beginner can make this sweater. Now, I didn't do anything different on this that I did on the regular Rebecca, except that I might have used a little bit different increases on this one. You can adjust that every time you make the sweater. You'll see that you can adjust the increases just a little bit. It's up to you where you increase. It doesn't matter one bit, as long as it's steady increase until you get to the end of the yoke. And I tell you in the pattern how to measure from the neck down to the underarm right here. Then you know the yoke is wide enough. Then you add another inch to it, and then you go around and around and around the body and until you're finished, and then finish off the sleeves. And if you were making a long sleeve sweater, which I think I have a pattern out there called Winter Stripes, and it is a worsted sweater that I made top down. It has some color work here that's very easy. It's just like changing color yarn. It's nothing really hard to do. And that one has long sleeves, so you might give that a try. The Winter Stripes pattern on my Etsy shop. So there you have it. That's what I did with one of my KnitCrate boxes. Now, I received a second KnitCrate box, and it's also Glass Future theme, and it's the same as the other one. But this is the regular KnitCrate box, and it had 2 skeins of yarn, and it's called Neon yarn. That is the colorway, actually, but it's 100% organic Pima cotton, DK weight, 275 yards on the hank, and it's URU yarn, yarn, and it's called Cotton Basic by KnitCrate. Very nice yarn. When I received it, I thought, oh, I have got to make a sweater from this. And I have startitis, but it's okay. Every now and then I have a bad case of startitis, and I start a lot of projects. And usually I finish most of them. I don't finish all of them. Sometimes I'll give them away in a frog and finish giveaway at the end of the show. But be sure to stay tuned, because I have a giveaway winner coming up at the end of the show, and also something else to give away for next week. So be sure you stay tuned. Now, this is the color of the yarn. It's called Neon. It is absolutely beautiful. And on the hank, it was kind of odd. On the hank, it was white, and then it was pink, and then it was purple. It wasn't mixed up like this. This is a when you ball a yarn up, it looks totally different than when it does on the hank. So this is what it looks like balled up. And I balled up both of them because I was so excited about this yarn. I only received 2 hanks of that, but there are 275 yards on each hank. So that gives me plenty of yarn to make a Dorothy sweater, and that's what I'm making with this. This is the Dorothy sweater. And y'all bought a lot of these patterns too. They are so fun. I wore this to church Sunday. Really enjoyed wearing it. I had to keep it pulled down and make sure I wasn't, showing my midriff or anything. But it was a beautiful sweater. I really enjoyed wearing it. So that was the sweater I wore Sunday. But when I came home, I just really felt like I wanted to use this yarn because it's cotton yarn, and I won't be using it in the fall. More than likely it would wait till next spring, and then I would make something from it, which is fine. But I had startitis, like I said, a bad case of it last week. I started several things and things I need for my fall lookbook, so that's okay. We're good with that. But this is what I've done so far. This is the Dorothy sweater made from the KnitCrate yarn, and the KnitCrate yarn is URU yarn, and the colorway, I guess I should have looked at that. The colorway is Neon. The colorway is Neon. So there you go. That's what it looks like made up. I'm using a size I hook. I made this a little bit bigger, and I probably shouldn't have. I may grow to regret that. But I'm using an I hook with that, and this is what it looks like on. It's a little bit big. There's that camera I can't figure out. It's a little bit big. I'm going to make it a little bit longer than the original Dorothy because I probably have enough yarn. But what I'm going to do is I have 2 balls of this yarn, and usually with a Dorothy you make the front with one and the back with one. So when I run out of yarn, I'll know it's long enough. So I may do the back first, and that way I can just keep crocheting straight up until I reach the shoulder, and I'll probably run out of yarn, but I may not. I'll let y'all know. I'll keep you in the loop on that. But this is what it looks like. Really pretty. I like it. It's got a specialty stitch. Every other row or every 3rd and 4th row are different from every 1st and 2nd row. So depending on the yarn you have, you can really make a lot of fun with this particular pattern. You don't have to have a special yarn. You could probably do the pattern in a solid yarn and it would be very beautiful. The first time around I did it with the dotty yarn from Premier, and a lot of y'all bought the dotty yarn and made it. That's so nice of you to do that. I really love it when you make my patterns in the yarn that I've chosen, because it should look just like mine, except it will fit you. It won't fit me. It will fit you, and that's the focus of my patterns, to make sure that they fit you the first time. And when you make the pattern, you can measure, and then you can make it to fit you the first time. You don't have to worry about making it 2 or 3 times to get the right fit. Now, you can make it 2 or 3 times to change the look, and of course that's what I do when I make a new Rebecca or a Dorothy or any other pattern that I have. I will go to the pattern and think, how did I make this the first time? I'll try on the prototype, the first one, and say, what I would like to do. I'd like to make the neckline a little taller. I'd like to make the sleeves a little longer. I'd like to make the sweater a little shorter. And I can do that the second time around. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know the measurements that I need. And usually when I write down in the pattern what yarn I used, what hook I used, then I'm not guessing all the time. Did I use an I hook? Did I use a K? The original Dorothy was done with an H hook, and this is an I hook, and it's a little bit big. That's why when I measured and I started working on it, I thought, those holes are a little bit bigger than they are in the original prototype. See the holes between the triads that I've crocheted there. See, those holes are a little bit big, and I want to be able to wear the sweater without an undergarment on. So that may be impossible with this. I'm not really sure. But again, this is going to be the back, and I'll figure out how much yarn I have left, and hopefully I'll have enough to make a whole Dorothy and be able to put a little bit of a sleeve in it, because it is coming up fall, and I'm just so excited about fall coming. I bought a friend a couple of pumpkins today for, they're not real pumpkins. They're resin pumpkins, I guess, and I bought them for her for her birthday, and I gave them to her, and she was really excited because fall is coming up, and she was going to put decoration on her fireplace, and they would fit right in. So I was really excited about that. But when I saw those in, I believe it was Joann's where I found those, when I saw those, I thought, fall is coming. I need to get some yarn that's that color, or I need to go home and see if there's any yarn that color in my stash. So I probably have some over there. I just haven't looked yet. But I have lots and lots of yarn. I don't need another hank of yarn. But I believe what I did was, I think I know what I did. I ordered a hank of this and an extra hank because I wanted to have plenty of yarn for this sweater. Now that I'm thinking back, I apologize. That was last Friday. I ordered another hank of this from KnitCrate. And since I'm a member of KnitCrate and I receive a KnitCrate every month, I'm in the Member Central group, and so I get a little bit of a discount on yarns if I order them from KnitCrate. And then there was a double down, which means they give you a bigger discount if you order, on a certain day or whatever it is. So I ordered this, and including shipping, for $3.25, that was the amount for shipping, which was very fair. Usually it's $10 or $15, but for one hank, they figured they could send it out for $3, and that's great. That it really impressed me that they cared enough to lower that shipping down to a reasonable amount, like almost an envelope, a little bit bigger than a regular size envelope. So the shipping and all, it came to $14, and I thought that's really nice for an entire hank of a beautiful luxury cotton yarn that's a DK weight, and it's a very nice solid DK weight. It's bigger than the dotty yarn that I received from Premier, and I did make an entire couple of sweaters out of that. In fact, the original Dorothy was made out of a dotty yarn from Premier in the garden party colorway. But I just thought it might be fun to have another hank, so I have plenty of yarn. See, I was just talking about not having enough yarn, and I already ordered some and forgot about it. So I don't really need any more big quantities of yarn in my stash. I have several sweater quantities of yarn that I really need to use. I have at least 2 sweater quantities of City Tweed, and this is City Tweed Habanero color. Look at this. Look at that gorgeous color. It's a tweed. It's beautiful wool. DK size, and this is by Knit Picks, and I bought it from Knit Picks, and I have a lot of this. I have probably 6 or 8 balls of this, and on each donut, I guess you could call it, are 123 yards. So it's not, you know, a huge ball of yarn, but I bought at least 2 sweater quantities, maybe 3 of this. And so they're waiting over there for me to use. And this is a fall color, of course. Look at that. Habanero is the colorway. So beautiful. And I'm looking to see what this is made from. This is 55% merino wool, 25% superfine alpaca, and 20% Donegal tweed. So this has actual tweed in it. It's not just painted on there. It's actually woven in to the yarn. Let me turn that around there so you can see it. See, that's woven into the yarn. You can see an alpaca hair there. I just saw it jump up. Anyway, I have a lot of this, and I need to make it up. So I might be using one of these for my fall lookbook. I can't decide. I think it's going to be this one, but we'll see. I haven't really decided yet. And that's supposed to roll out mid-September. I'm going to shoot for that because I'm leaving to go on a girls' trip at the 3rd week in September, so I won't be around. And I want to have my fall lookbook out the door and to y'all so you can order whatever yarn you want or go shopping or whatever it is that you want to do in order to make one of the fall patterns in there. Just beautiful, beautiful. They're going to be beautiful patterns. You're going to love them, and they're easy as pie. They're not difficult to make, and there's some of the ones that y'all requested. So I don't want to say any more about it because I want it to be a surprise. But it'll be rolling out probably mid-September. I hope I don't have to delay it. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping I can get that done. Now we're going to take a quick look at my diamond painting for this week. Checking in with my progress on my newest diamond painting, and this is Angel Playing the Flageolet. And here's a picture of it. I will put that on the screen so you can see the entire picture, but this is what I've done so far. I've done this entire bottom row right along here, and now I'm working on the next row, and I did this weekend. I did these in 2 separate sittings because one is very much a different color from the other, and I'll get down here and show you. This is all done in golds and off-white. This is done in purple, so I split this square up between these 2 colors because over here I'm going to be working with these colors. The edge of the gown starts here, and then all this is these colors. So beautiful. I can't wait to work on those because those are beautiful, beautiful reds, oranges, a little bit of a beige in there. So beautiful. And there is confetti in here, but there is some color blocking too. As you can see, these are all the same color. And this is all mixed up, of course, like lots of colors in that block. And then, you know, over here, there's some solid coloring in there. So it goes a little bit quicker that way. But I just wanted to show you the progress that I've made on my newest diamond painting. And hopefully I'll have more done next week when I show you what I've finished for the week. So now let's talk about giveaways. I know it's this video is probably not going to be terribly long. I have been working on my fall lookbook, and then I had these 2 sweaters. It started this one. I made this one last week and actually wore it on my interview, so be sure you check that out. And I think I actually modeled it as well, so that was kind of fun. Somebody wrote in on the chat and asked me to stand up so they could see it. So anyway, I really love it. It's a great sweater, enjoying wearing it. So now let's talk about giveaways. Last week we talked about the Mary Maxim Afghan contest winners book. It's actually a little book. It has 8 exclusive patterns to crochet, and these are winners of a contest where people would send in their prototype and also their pattern, I guess. I don't know, they probably did. And Mary Maxim had to decide which 8 Afghans went into this book. This is by far my favorite right here. It's on the front of the magazine. Beautiful striped yarn. I'm sure it's easy to make, but in those colors, it is just so striking. And here it is in the book. It's designed by Anna Buchanan. Anna, you did a wonderful job on this one. This is by far my favorite Afghan. Now, let me show you all the Afghans that are in here. For those of you who don't win it, you might want to go out and order it if you're really excited about it. These are the 8 Afghans. Now, see, there are 3 there at the top. 1, 2, 3. And then there are 2 in the middle there. Also quite beautiful. And the names are over here on the side. There it is. The names are over there on the side. And there are 3 down here at the bottom. One I did not focus on last week, but it is this one right here. Let me find it right there. This is a granny square Afghan, but the granny squares are very interesting. They are not just regular granny squares. This is it up close. See the granny squares pull into the row below. And I think that's probably what that is. They are water falling down into the row below, and that gives it a very striking appearance. Really like that one. I really like that one. But my favorite is the one on the front. So there you go. That is going to a lucky winner today. So let's turn our camera to the computer and find out who wins the Afghan Contest Winner book from Mary Maxim. Here we are at the computer, and there is the internet address for last week's video. That's last Monday. The keyword was winner, so let's scroll down here, and we've already answered the question. So let's find out how many people signed up for the Afghan Contest Winner book, and that was 209. So let's go over here and find out who wins the Afghan Contest Winner book. And the winner is Lori Marino. Lori Marino. And there you go. There you go. Here's the winner, the word winner in her comment. So Lori, you have won the Afghan Contest Winners book from Mary Maxim. Congratulations. Congratulations, Lori Marino. You have won the Afghan Contest Winners book from Mary Maxim. That's a very, very nice book. You will like it. And be sure to send me your mailing address so I can get that out to you. Be sure to send that over to me. Now for next week. Next week, I have one gift that has not been claimed. And the claimed hasn't been claimed. So I am sending this out to another winner next week. So these are the sheep yay. You know, Linda told me how to pronounce that, and I can't remember for the life of me. I always call it sheepjes. That's these two. These 2 skeins are from, let's turn it around here so you can see it. Well, look at that. Okay, there we go. It's this. Sheepjes stone washed, and it's sheep yays or something. Yays. Linda, sorry, I butchered that name. But it's a very, very nice yarn. No problem with that. That's beautiful yarn, and it comes from Europe. So there are 2 skeins of that, and then 2 skeins of knit picks. This is the stroll fingering that a lot of people make socks out of. You can make a hat out of that. I believe you'd have enough. It's so beautiful and so soft. But the winner did not claim her prize. So I'm going to give it to someone else. So be sure to sign up for this in the comment section, and you can use the word knit, K-N-I-T, knit, K-N-I-T. Use that in your comment, and you'll be in the running for this yarn. Now, also, I am giving away a brand new Crochet World October of 2022 magazine. Now, this is a very, very nice magazine. It has a lot of patterns in it, and there are a few that I want to bring your attention to. That Tunisian people, those of you who like Tunisian, this is the Tunisian cabled throw. Really, really pretty. I do not do Tunisian crochet. I should branch out and do some other things, but I didn't do that. I didn't learn it, so I don't know how to do it. A great website is TL Crafts, and that is Tony at TL Crafts. She's a Tunisian expert, and if you want to learn Tunisian, look at me. I'm going to have to adjust my sweater here. if you want to learn Tunisian, her website is the very best to do that on. But I don't do Tunisian yet, or maybe I never will. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I do love that cabled throw. That is really, really pretty. Another resource for Tunisian is Bonnie Bay Crochet. I believe she does Tunisian as well. I know she does a lot of cables, put it that way. I know she does a lot of cables. Another pattern I'd like to show you is this one, and this is called Resplendent Squares Part 5, and these are beautiful, beautiful squares. Now if you like to crochet with thread, and this is a size 0 lace, it's actually 0 size lace right there, but they're beautiful. Those are beautiful, beautiful granny squares. I don't like calling them that. I think they're mostly motifs. That's what I like to call them, because it just describes them a little bit better, because granny squares are kind of a standard triad corner, you know, all around, one row after the next, one round, maybe 6 rounds total or something like that. So wanted to show you that one, and also this one. This is a beautiful, beautiful Afghan called Autumn Starburst, and look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It looks difficult, but I read the directions. It didn't look like it was that bad. You know, it's probably an intermediate. Let me check it. No, a confident beginner can make that. So that's why I thought it was pretty easy. It looked easy to me. And let me show you one more thing. This is the page with all the different patterns on it. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's that Starburst Afghan. There's another doily for Linda Simpson right there. Linda, you go to it. And there are some little Halloween accessories in here you can crochet. Wall hangings. There's a really nice throw. It looks like a throw. I think it is a throw. Here's another throw. It's kind of an Afghan looking throw. So I think that's an Afghan. This is a poncho down here in the corner. I'll show you that. That's pretty too. I like that. I like all the patterns in here. They're very, very nice. There's a lot more than that. I mean, that you can leaf through here and look at. But whoever wins this will have a really nice magazine to look at for the fall. So again, this is October 2022 Crochet World. And if you want to sign up for this, be sure to put the word autumn, and that's right there, A-U-T-U-M-N. That's a tough one. Autumn, A-U-T-U-M-N, autumn. I'll leave it up there for a second. If you need to write it down, that's what it's spelled, like A-U-T-U-M-N, autumn. And of course that's fall, but fall would be too easy. I want y'all to work a little harder for this one. It's autumn. Beautiful Crochet World magazine. So that will be going out next week, along with the fingering yarn that I just showed you that was not claimed. And so we're going to do a re-up on that. And be sure to use your keywords. If you're not interested in the yarn, just sign up for the magazine, or vice versa, or both. You can sign up for both. Well, there you have it. Please like this video. That helps me so much when you like it. Before you click away, be sure to like this video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. This is typical of one of my shows. Mostly they're longer than this. But today I'm still working on my lookbook for fall, and I don't have a lot to show except for a couple of starts that I've made. Well, I did finish this though. I have a finished object, and also I've started one with the Dorothy sweater pattern. I really like it. This is so squishy. I love their yarns that they send me. I'm never disappointed. I thought I was 1 or 2 times, and then when I started crocheting with the yarn, I realized what a nice luxury yarn it is. So every month I get the yarn, and this is the only monthly subscription that I have right now. I have a quarterly, which is the Malabrigo, and then I have the monthly, which is this one from KnitCrate, both from KnitCrate. And I recommend them. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't know who I am in the entire world. They have no idea who I am. But I do talk about them every single month when I get a box. I always want to show what comes in the box, and show the yarn mostly, because that's what it's all about, is showing how it looks crocheted, and how it feels, and if I like it or not. And usually I'll make something out of it because I just really love their yarns. I do have some over there in my stash that I haven't made up yet, but the couple of cottons that they sent out this year, the Malabrigo and this one, I wanted to immediately make up so I could use them for summer. So there you have it. Again, like this video if you haven't already, subscribe and join the community. The community is down in the description box, and you just join up. You get a free pattern when you join. It's free to join. There is no charge at all. And when I send out a new pattern, you get a special offer code that you only for community members that can purchase the pattern on my Etsy shop. So I just wanted to remind you about that. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Be sure to watch the interview with Linda Simpson, and I will join you again on Monday, and we will find out what's on the hook.